The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Tries to get it clear. Out of play for a throw. And it's Kukçu. Kukçu!
Kukçu really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
That'll be a throw-in. Looking for the run. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Could move up a gear here. Now that looks a decent ball. Shot could be on. Chance for a shot! Goal! Barcelona! A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And here's Vieri. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. It's gone out for a throw-in. Fernandez. And this is Del Piero! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. And no, that was never going to make it. Great vision. Spread neatly. Zanetti is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Fiore. And here's Torres. Has a shot! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Del Piero will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Barcelona are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Raya gets good distance on it. Referee's given a throw. Fernandez can see things others simply cannot. He has found the way through. Can he finish? That is decidedly lacking.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Has been indicated.
Van Dijk with the clearance. And it's half-time here. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Barcelona happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Tries to cross. Rummenigge finds himself offside. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup, and he's picked it up out wide. It's run loose here. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And it's Olmo. And here's Vieri. Vieri ploughing through the middle.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
That's the keeper's ball. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Fernandes. Barcelona could counter here. Looking for a runner. Neatly clipped into space. Aviati gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And he's intervened well there.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Looking to play him in. Threads one in.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
That pass has been well intercepted. And that's Fiore! So close to drawing level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And that has been cleared. Nice interception, well timed.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Very much into the last knockings. That's a cute ball. Caceres cuts out the pass. It's a searching pass. That's the end. Barcelona have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Rummenigge. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here.
There's the golden nugget that is Paul Scholes, one of the game's unsung heroes.
And nothing seems to change him. All that adulation, he's the same bloke.
Agreed, but on a world level, he ought to have higher status. But he's never been one for hugging the limelight. He just loves being the quiet assassin.
He's played it back. And here's Owen. Owen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's De Jong. Oh, shooting chance! Well, we expected better, and so did he. And the counter is on. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Nicely weighted ball. Barcelona, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Back into the middle. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And claimed it back swiftly. Del Piero. Dani Olmo. And he's in on goal. He's had a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Barcelona have taken the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Perez. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Dani Olmo.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Van Dijk makes the interception. Tries to play it through.
Arsenal clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball.
And Owen! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Owen clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden... Tries from a long way out. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a cute ball. Good ball over the top. He's got away. A lot of space ahead of him. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Scholes is the team's great visionary. Looking for the run. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Barcelona happy to have the lead. Chance for a shot! Dani Olmo.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Owen. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. And he shoots! Has a look and place it forward. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Well timed, excellent interception. Pires. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And that's been won straight back. Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And here's Owen. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Pires. Now it's Owen. Great pressure, plenty of it. Del Piero is herring after that one. Great ball if he can get there. And he's picked it up out wide.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Del Piero. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Del Piero has it in a wide position. Oh, he's been caught napping. Dani Olmo! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Substitutions taking place.
Arsenal can now introduce the first of their substitutes. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Arsenal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now it's Del Piero. Nice looking ball. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Pires. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, super ball. It's Pires! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Del Piero! Oh, it's come off the upright. And that's that. Barcelona have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Owen, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he, and uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply to him.
Yeah, and his reading of the game means he was always a step ahead of the opposition. He's surprisingly quick too, you know. It will be a massive challenge to get the better of him.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rummenigge. And that could set him on his way. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Del Piero. Oh, what has happened here? The ball swung in. Tries to pass it through. He could be in here. He won't be happy with that one. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Barcelona! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 11, Bukayo Saka.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Now who's going to be first to this? Fernandes. Looking for options for movement. Barcelona are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show. Rummenigge!
Rummenigge just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
Rummenigge is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Oh, well played. That's going to go a long way. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Caresses it through. And he plays one through. Irwin, lovely pass, but can he get there? Irwin is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he's worked it through. He has found the way through. Chance, surely! Oh, taken with style! And they're at it again, in double quick time! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
That's a cute ball. And the ball is out of play. Looking for the run. He's through here. Picked out brilliantly. Chance! Yes! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 15, Olise.
Final
Number
checks on the
22,
touchline. A change about to occur.
Coming on the field,
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
number
And things are
18,
much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Great vision. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, they could break here. Now it's Del Piero. Danny Olmo.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Danger averted for now. Baresi. And it's Kukçu. Passing is crisp and sharp. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Barcelona are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. Here we go again.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had...
And he's had a hit! And that tested the keeper.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, he couldn't quite make it. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Cleared without complication. Kupchu. Distributed tidily. Doué in acres of space out wide. Del Piero. Threads one in. That is a great pick out. And he's in on the finish! It's in! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source. Well, and the shot! Brought out the best in the keeper.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And it's been taken short. Takes a shot! He's scored! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Arsenal playing for pride here. The match surely beyond them. Del Piero. Kupchu. Looking to play him in. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Rodri. And it's Doué. And he was alert to it. Doué is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, cracking ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kupchu. Lovely, now then. Chance for a shot! And he can clear it away. Kupchu. Nice looking ball. Oh, delightful ball. He's got away. Big chance! A probing pass. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. It's a searching pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And now they can clear their lines. And it's Azar. Now it's Kupchu.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Shot a goal! Goal! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Arsenal. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it. Rummenigge taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Now it's Alvarez. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Alvarez. Suarez is flagged offside. And it's Luis Suarez. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, a lot has been said, Peter, about this guy, Julian Alvarez. I remember him from his breakout performance back in 2020 in the group stages of Latin America's greatest club competition, where I'm pretty sure I remember he got 5 goals and an assist. Now, back then, I saw him as a very versatile forward who can play anywhere across the line, so this is a great guy to have in your squad.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Law. He's had it taken off him.
Law really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Dani Olmo.
Oh look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
Messi going face to face with his great rival. Messi proves just a little... Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Alvarez. Van Dijk was in no mood for any of that. Oh, easy pickings there. And this is Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Kukçu. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Dani Olmo. Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Look at this, goes for a shot! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Rijkaard. And the first 45 minutes are up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Memorabilia from today's match are now available. Substitution in progress.
Here we go again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy.
Oh, shooting chance! It's in! And the second half is off to a flyer! More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So we have our breakthrough.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
He can get that clear. Raya. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Santos clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Barcelona still this single goal behind. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Nicely aimed pass. Law, that's a good ball out wide. Played back in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that's the keeper's ball.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Decent chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Fiore, looking for the run. Oh, super ball! Alvarez! No mistake! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 8. Dennis Law.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 22.
Santos are sitting pretty. He's tried one! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
Number 21, Owen. Number 18, Number 10,
Szoboszlai.
Number 4.
Now it's Owen. Mateus.
Taking place.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Big chance! And somehow he managed to miss it. And he was quick to react. And it's Fernandez. Now it's Alvarez. Now, can they get him away? Mateus. Fernandez.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional. And a chance! And he hits the net! Deep into injury time! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Barcelona give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under...
And that will be the final act. Barcelona perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Barcelona absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The action has already started. Now here, Jim, is a truly unique player, Sergio Busquets, a player whose greatness really isn't measurable by numbers.
One of those players who keeps it simple and gets the ball to do all the work for him.
And exerts a chance for a shot! Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So the would-be breakthrough moment. 1-0, never any doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
So a breakthrough already. Now there's a fine ball, and the ball's come loose here. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Nesta. And it's Nesta. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for options for movement. Hangs in a cross.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Irwin is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Mateus. Club America trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And it's Dembele. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he spark a counter here? Nesta. Oh, easy pickings there. Strong running down that left flank. Dembele looking to play him in. Camavinga. An instinctive delivery. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's Camavinga. Back into the middle. David Villa! They want to be quick to recover this. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, well played, well sorted out. David Villa. Lam is wide and looking to get onto this. That's a little off target. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Rummenigge. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rafael Varane.
1 minute added time.
Ambitious ball here. Rummenigge providing an outlet on... There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, every now and again we get a bit lucky, Peter, don't we? And this is an absolute treat. A tremendous spectacle for the neutrals, but a bit of a nightmare for the fans and two managers.
Barcelona head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And we are already promptly back underway.
Barcelona definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open.
Can he finish? Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Dembele. Fernandes. Rummenigge. And now the breakaway. Mateus, very much a man of this moment. Nesta. Club America are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And it's Dembele.
Club America really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now that's well seen too. Lam. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Dixon. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rummenigge. David Villa gets into some... And the finish! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And that is a little undercooked. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Caught offside that time. Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's burst through. 1-0 as we head towards the end.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Varane kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. The final 5 minutes.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He's found a way through.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Here comes another cross. And we're done. Barcelona have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Mateus taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
To the staff room immediately.
Your reflections then, Jim?
Barcelona really impressed me with their...
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
Busquets, and it's Fernandes, and it's Messi. Scholes. Knocks it into space. Fernandes. And this is Hullet. In by Hullet. Nesta is there, and he can get that clear. Messi. Fernandes. He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Hullet. Quarter of an hour played. Well timed, excellent interception. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Barcelona! First blood drawn. He just absolutely speared that in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
They've scored! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Has a look and plays it forward. And here's Dembele. Hullet, a player of legendary status. And here's Dembele. Chance! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Busquets picks it up from the goal kick. Club America trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game.
Oh, what a climb! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Scholes. Maldini. Busquets is always scanning the pitch for targets. Scholes. Rummenigge. Chooses to go back. And the real chance! It's in!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Great vision. Oh, he's burst through. Goes for a shot!
2 added minutes has been in.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Rummenigge really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
This possibly the last play of the half. And he's taking no chances there. Messi. We are into overtime. Looking for options for movement. He's beaten the last man. And the half-time whistle goes. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Club America looking to pass their way through. Fernandez. Nesta, always a very imposing presence at the back. Has a shot! Crossbar comes to the rescue. And they're back on the ball again. For Nesta. Lam. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. And it's Scholes. Fernandez producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And once more he proves rigid and robust.
Fernandez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Can he finish? And he hits the net. 2 up now, and they are cruising. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Club America go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Another throw-in. Club America are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Fernandez picks it up out wide. Shot could be on. Pressure stays on, it is a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Surely now! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Can he get on the end of this? He's tried one! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
And it's Olmo.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's got two! He scores! And what a climax we have here! Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time.
And Messi! Oh, nice, just not quite.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
And that's it. Barcelona illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing.
Hello everybody, and a quick announcement now.
How do you look
We
back
would
on the
like
game then? Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe...
Decent chance! That's another chance! Goal! Barcelona! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Tries to thread one through. The less said about that pass, the better. Nicely weighted ball. Raya breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Barcelona are looking to break at pace. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Best. And this is Forlan. Now, who's going to be first to this? Quality ball. Zanetti kept his eye on it, and he's there. Gives it back. Aimed beyond the... And he shoots! In for the pieces! Really well taken goal. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Manchester United grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Koundé. Cherki. Strong running down that left flank. And that's put paid to a promising move. That's an imaginative pass. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Rijkaard. And Best. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And chance for a shot! It's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Rummenigge is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. No, he's just misjudged that one. And we've reached half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on...
He's had a shot! That is decidedly lacking. And the pass is intercepted. Cherki. Irwin is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Ruben Diaz tries to clear. Now there's a fine ball. Del Piero! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Chance to... He's got tall. It's fallen kindly here. And it's in. Again, we are level. What a contest.
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams.
Goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Rummenigge gets into a good position. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And here's Kokchu. Real chance! Kokchu! That is sensational! A finish right from the top draw. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Barcelona take the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Best. Well, played right into his path. Berbatov, and the shot! Goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Was there ever any doubt?
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch.
Great chance! Goal! Manchester United! Ahead again! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Manchester United get themselves into the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Cherki pings in across, up he goes! Good try, the outcome could so easily have been different.
Rummenigge certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Ambitious ball here. That has been cut short. Oh, good-looking ball. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Barcelona played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated.
Please have your entry tickets at
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway.
There's no doubt that this fella's contribution will be highly important. It's the one and only Philipp Lahm.
And what do you consider his greatest quality, Jim?
Well, it's hard to name just one because he's such an outstanding player on so many fronts, but I'd say his tactical nous, a man who can single-handedly turn defence into attack, and he's capable of playing anywhere on either flank. And when you add in the vision and creativity of a central playmaker, there's nobody else like him.
Matthäus, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Ronaldo. That's a cute ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. Looking for the run. Oh, what has happened here?
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Zola going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, that's well spotted. Messi. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Van Dijk is a perfect combination of brain and... Oh, what a mistake! He might be in here! Big chance, must be! Khan comes out and deals with it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Messi. Oh, there's a probing ball. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Good chance here! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Matthäus is there, and he can pick it up.
Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity.
And here's Fernandes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Fernandes showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Cruyff, and this is Neymar.
Such good technique.
And he's felt Neymar. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's shifting through the gears here. Real chance here. Rummenigge! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. The midway point of the game.
Iraq ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
Is only allowed in areas
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Substitution for Iraq. Number 19, Donadoni. Number 23, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Iraq clearly have been the better side.